Hello guys, welcome back to another interesting video. This video is also from Lord Grayson. It's titled Trans Activist Had a Meltdown on Piers Morgan. I really love Piers Morgan's videos, right? I really love his videos, honestly. So this video is going to be as interesting as the last one I dropped. If you haven't seen the last one was where Douglas Murray, you know, he destroyed this gay comedian on Piers Morgan's show. And it was a show, right? You guys need to see that one if you've not seen it. Today's video is quite interesting. Before we dive into it, my name is Ogechi. If you're stopping by for the first time, hello, thank you for stopping by. Do well to like this video, share, comment, and do not forget to subscribe. Turn on the post notification bell so you'll be the first person to get notified anytime I drop a new video. And to all my returning subscribers and viewers, thank you for coming back. Turn on the post notification bell as well. Do not forget to do that. Like this video, comment, and let me know your thoughts about this. I'm dropping my thoughts during the course of this video and after this video, okay? So let's get straight into today's video. It seemed quite interesting. Let's go.
Well, joining me now to debate all that and much more is my pack, the uncensored contributor Esther Kraku, the podcast and comedian James Barr, podcast and ambassador of the Independent Women's Forum, Riley Gaines, and the host of the Officer Tatum Show, Brandon Tatum. But first of all, Dylan Mulvaney, my real problem with this is you've got somebody making an absolute ton of cash by, it seems to me, mocking women and womanhood, despite until mid-20s identifying as a man because she was born a biological man.
Well, it doesn't seem to me, as a woman myself, I can tell you that's exactly what Dylan Mulvaney is doing. He's made a killing on mocking women with his stereotypical misogynistic comments, and you hit the nail on the head. This new song, right, reducing women down to picking up medication, being lazy, not being able to get out of bed, shopping and retail therapy, hooking up with men and being sex crazed. Again, as a woman, I have not lived that lifestyle. So that's what this is. It's a mockery of a woman, and let's be real. I think the most ironic part of this is he looks like a man. If you're watching that video, he looked like a man who was wearing a wig with pigtails. He's not fooling anybody.
Brandon,
okay.
I mean, it's complicated. I have nothing but respect for people who transition, for transgender people. I want them to have the rights to fairness and equality.
I'm sure you wouldn't have stopped Riley from misgendering.
Hang on, I'm going to come to that.
That's clearly not true.
I didn't misgender her.
No, but you would have stopped her from doing that on your programme.
Well, okay, we'll come to you in a moment, James. Just wait. But Brandon, there's all these issues, misgendering and so on. What do you make of the wider thing of Dylan Mulvaney, this cultural phenomenon now in America, basically sending up what it means to be a woman?
I think it's absolutely appalling to give credit and credence to a person who's mocking women. Dylan Mulvaney, I don't think is serious whatsoever. You got a gay man who has a lust for fame and fortune, and what does he do? If it's being gay is not working out for you, you become trans and you try to make a lot of money, which is what Dylan Mulvaney has done. Dylan Mulvaney is not an example of women. He's not even trying to be a woman.
Lord.
He walks
Very
around
confused.
with a 5 o'clock shadow and dresses up in women's clothes and mocks women. He's berating women. I have never in my life seen a woman act like Dylan Mulvaney. Not one person on this panel can show me a woman that's as flamboyant and radical and twitching and twisting and acting like Dylan Mulvaney.
Are you insane? Did you watch the Barbie movie? What are you talking about? What, and who are you to talk about who a woman is? You're a man. This is absolutely nonsense.
Who are you to talk about?
I'm not telling anyone who a woman is, but I'm certainly not telling someone who isn't a woman.
Oh, sorry.
Never seen a woman.
Do you think Dylan Mulvaney is doing women a favour with this?
Do you know what? Dylan Mulvaney is speaking to a huge generation of which none of you understand. Like, you guys are over.
That is my generation.
I don't know any woman, I've got to say, of any age who thinks that anything other than Dylan Mulvaney is taking the piss.
Nonsense. What, so you don't know any woman under the age of what, 40?
I know lots of women under 40. Yeah.
Right, and you think they all think Dylan is taking the piss?
Yes, they do.
No, that's insane.
The ones
I will
say,
you've sat here on your show and you've bashed Madonna and Sam Smith and all of these other icons. So Dylan just
icons
joins,
to you, they're not to me.
Dylan just joins them in the whole.
But the central allegation, James, is that what she does, and this, I think this video clip is absolutely indicative. She's making.
It's a pop song. Have you not seen a Dua Lipa music video?
To be honest with you, I haven't got the energy to get into the misgendering debate, right? I think the whole personal pronoun thing is a lot of crap. But for the benefit of this conversation, let's move past that. I'll call her she, if that's what she wants to be called. But what she is not is a biological woman. Until her mid-20s, she identified as a gay man. And that's the point there that Brandon was making. And for someone who was a gay man to put their hand up and say, I'm now a woman, and by the way, I'm going to make tens of millions.
Misunderstanding what?
Hang on. So make tens of millions of dollars mocking women, which is how many women see it. I think that is
mocking
wrong.
Women, or Kylie was mocking women, or Madonna was mocking women just because
Kylie and Madonna are women.
Their femininity.
They're women.
It's not okay to say that, and you're misunderstanding how difficult it is to discover your identity as a woman.
I don't see Dylan Mulvaney struggling at all.
Dylan Mulvaney has documented.
Dylan Mulvaney is reveling in mocking womanhood.
No.
Well, actually, the thing is, I don't think Dylan Mulvaney, I don't take offense to what Dylan Mulvaney is doing, because it makes sense. In the current media landscape that we live in, it makes sense for this man, it's a man, to become as flamboyant, effectively caricature of a woman. And I don't take offense to it, because I treat Dylan Mulvaney like he is, which is a mentally unwell person. He is a mentally unwell person. I don't see him as a woman. He's not a woman. He's a mentally unwell person.
In a case like this, where Dylan Mulvaney's only identified as a woman for what, 2 years, and was a gay man till her mid-20s, I don't think
do you realise that Dylan...
James, I don't think you have any right to compel women to say that this is...
Do you understand how difficult it is to realise that you're trans, to understand the complexity? Do you understand the complexity of that?
Them?
You have trans
friends.
Do you have any idea how difficult it is to be a woman?
Riley has a very good report.
We've discussed this before.
Hang on, Riley.
Doesn't make you right.
You mentioned you have no idea how difficult it is to identify as trans. Let me ask you, do you have any idea how difficult it is to be a woman in today's climate, and then to be entirely mocked by a man merely posing to be a woman? Do you have any idea?
And that is not true.
That is
not Dylan's.
Well, it's not just how I feel. There's been an avalanche. There has been an avalanche of people on TikTok, on the left and the right, coming out now saying, hold on, this is wrong, and this isn't the first time that Dylan Mulvaney has been under fire.
Here's the thing.
His first days of girlhood, he came out after day 365 or whatever day.
Why are you crying?
You can't compel people to do that. You can't. No, you can't. You can call Dylan Mulvaney. You can call Dylan Mulvaney whatever you want.
It's discrimination.
Riley Gaines, of all people.
Listen, Riley, I do sympathise with you about how difficult it is.
Riley Gaines has had to compete against biological
I want to listen
males.
to how difficult it is to be a woman, because I want to understand that. I know that's tough. As a gay man, I'm also a victim of the patriarchy.
What?
We all bloody are.
Look, we don't need to do the identity
I've seen the
politics.
Barbie movie.
Let me tell you something. You mentioned.
I've read the book. I understand.
You mentioned discrimination.
You being a woman.
You mentioned discrimination. Let me tell you something. Do you believe that it's okay?
No one's allowing me to finish a point.
Oh, scary. Oh, shiver my timbers. Shut up, man.
What's your point?
Am I allowed to speak?
Sure.
God. Okay, fine, I finished.
What's your point? You haven't got one, have you?
My point is, Riley, that
let me say something.
I understand how hard it is to be a woman, and that you fought so hard to be a woman, and I have so much empathy with that, so I can understand why it is so upsetting when, in your view, someone who isn't a woman comes along and says they are, because it undermines all of the history of what women have been through.
Yes.
But that's not a trans woman's fault. That is men's fault. Men are the problem, not Dylan, not trans women.
Men are the problem.
Except trans women or men.
Men are the... Of course, I knew it would come back to us.
That is what the problem is.
Riley?
Are you saying it's not? Are you saying you're not a victim of men? Because what are we talking about?
No, what I'm saying here is what we are suffering from as a nation. Really globally, what we're suffering from.
Have been a victim of men. That is true.
No, she's a victim. She's a victim of gay men.
Here, let me take you back. Let me tell you what I'm a victim of.
Do you know what? Let's just pick on all the minorities.
Dylan Mulvaney is a gay man that's doing this.
You think
So
Meghan's
is
a
Leah
minority?
Thomas and all
I am
these other
so
people.
done with this conversation.
Let me tell you. Let
Isn't
me
it
tell
interesting
you
how
what I am a
James wants
victim
to
of.
control everyone's thoughts?
No, I don't. I just
wanna
want everyone to have a
hang on,
nice, civilized
hang on. You want to
conversation.
control
Piers.
everyone's speech,
Why
and
is
how
no
they
one-
speak and how they refer to people. They're not allowed to have their opinions.
Yes,
Only
they are.
You want to mansplain
not-
to women what they should be thinking, and at the same time you want to blame the
I'm
patriarchy.
not.
It is not kind to ask a young girl to undress in front of a man. That is not what kindness
Right.
is. And if that's what you believe your definition of kindness is, you have a totally warped perception. And let me tell you, it's not inclusive to ask a girl like myself what happened to me and my teammates. It's not inclusive to ask us to smile and step aside and allow these men onto our podiums. That is not what inclusion is. That is exclusion. And it's exclusive to the very female athletes or women in general who Title IX in the women's sporting category was passed to protect and to honor and to celebrate and to uphold.
So Daily Mulvaney has made it a point of duty to make caricature of women, right? Coming out, making caricature of women, and and it's usually not funny. And so if you say we shouldn't ridicule you, or you shouldn't be ridiculed, it's not possible because you're actually making ridicule of women. So I think just like the dark lady said, that he should be treated as a mentally unstable person. Yes, because you first came out as a gay person, then now you're identified as a woman. You're not even sure about your pronouns, because you can wake up tomorrow and change your pronouns. You get what I mean? So I think one of the problems with this gay comedian James is that he wants to impose his opinion on everybody. He wants you to put the right pronouns, like they, them, she, and it is so confusing. It is so confusing when you're saying the right thing and then he's saying you have to correct what you're saying is she. It's not he. She. You mean she. Anyway, Daily Mulvaney has been came out first as a gay man, and then came out as then identified as a binary or something, non-binary, and then identified as a woman now. And now he's going extravagant and going all over the place, and some women find it offensive, some girls find it offensive, and all those things. I still believe and still think that the gay people or the trans community are still confused, and you shouldn't be imposing your pronouns on people. If you're a man, you are a man. If you decide to say, okay, you're a trans man or you're a trans woman, you are still a man. Okay, you are still a man. It's just confusing, and you lots are it's so confusing. Anyway, let me know your thoughts on this conversation. A lot went down in this conversation. Thank God it was more civil this time, no insults back and forth. I love Piers Morgan's show. Like, it's usually very fun to listen to and also insightful. Let me know your thoughts in your comments on what you think about this video, and yeah, do well to like, share, subscribe, and I'll see you in my next episode. Bye bye.